Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. So glad you guys could join us once again. For those tuning in on the simulcast on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad you all can be with us. Going to bring in our friends over on IG so they can be a part of our conversation. And last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon Live. Really excited about this next segment. It's a guest I've had a chance to be able to interview on our radio show before. He's making his first appearance with us, though, here on Amazon. So I'm excited about being able to share this all with you. And we're now live on the Amazon Live platform with Cyrus Webb Presents. If you guys are new to us on Amazon, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You'll see that follow button either here in this corner or down below. You also will see some of the projects by our next guest. We're excited to welcome Michael Foster to our broadcast today. Now, Michael and I, it's so funny. We first interviewed together now 8 years ago
Yeah,
with his project, A Social Love Affair.
right.
And since then, it's been great being able to follow his journey. We're going to talk to him about his amazing ride, what's been like for him to be a part of some great projects, some of which are on here on Amazon, but also what you guys should be on the lookout for. Michael, welcome back to the show, man.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me. And congrats on all of your success, my brother. I
Well,
see
thank you.
you. I see you.
I appreciate that, man. So, look, let's talk about this ride, man. I was just saying to you before we went live here, congratulations to you on what's been another great year. But you've been able to build on a lot of different things. As I mentioned, we first interviewed with A Social Love Affair, that again going back to 2019. But since then, Michael, you've been involved in music, you've been involved in movies. Talk to us about what it's been like for you to do what you love in front of the camera, but also behind the camera.
Man, it's been a blessing. Just I've known what I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. So to be an adult and to be doing exactly what I always wanted to do, man, that's not something that I take for granted,
Yeah.
Um, definitely dip back into the music side of things. That was my first love. So we do have the Legend Has It soundtrack. That's available on all DSPs as well. Um, Legend Has It is a film that I actually executive produced and starred in, that I shot over in South America. And so we premiered it. We had a private premiere earlier this year, but that'll be on all streaming platforms early next year. So we got a lot of things coming. We working. Me, I'm consistently working, and I
Right.
always got something else coming. For everybody to enjoy, man. So yeah, man.
You talk about the work, but I want to talk about this in a couple different layers, though, Michael, because you working on yourself professionally, but you also have taken us on the journey of working on yourself personally as well. Talk to us about that for you, what that's been like for you to, through mind, body, spirit, and action, to not only be able to bring out the best in yourself, but also to show other people what's possible.
Yeah, that's something that I hold near and dear to my heart. It's been this, especially I would say these last 2 years. I have really focused on just not not that I haven't been focused on obviously the professional side, but just the man that I am,
Yeah.
like who I am, the man that I am, and the man that I want to be, the father that I am, and that I want to be. Uh, those things, the son, the uncle, the friend, the brother. That's what I've been focused on more. And as you would have it, when you focus on that, and I've become a better man, that leaks into everything that I'm doing professionally and creatively. So just meditation every single day. I got to the point to where I would meditate every morning. Then I got to a point where I realized, like, I used to be able to meditate in the morning and be fine the rest of the day. Then it got to a point to where I realized that I actually had to meditate throughout the day, because there was so much going on, and it's very important to stay present. You know,
Right.
stay just present in these moments. And so I started doing that, and so I might just have a mini meditation throughout, like multiple mini meditations throughout the day, just to remain present, man, and just so I can always stay where I need to be able to focus and lock in on everything that I'm doing, man. So, yeah, man, it's been a journey, and it's a you never finished, until it's finished. So you're always learning and always in a position to be able to get better and better yourself, man. And that's the journey that I'm on as far as that.
So, Michael, let's talk about, I think, something that's important, and that is the power of and. So many people feel like there's an or, right? That you have to choose. You're a great example, I think, of being able to say, no, I can direct, I can produce, I can sing if I want to, I can act if I want to. What is it that has helped you to give yourself permission? Because I think that's really what it boils down to, Michael. So many people allow other people to tell them what they can't do, but they also will talk themselves out of what they can do. What
Right.
has helped you to be able to say yes to yourself in all the things you want to do?
I always knew that I had a gift. I knew that God blessed me with these gifts. And um, it got to a point where I realized, like, who am I to, not use and utilize the true gifts that God gave me? I remember specifically, it was a few years ago, and I was just kind of having a conversation with some of the fellas. And they was like, man, you need to no, you need to get back to putting out music again. You need to put out some music. And so when they said that, I think I kind of got back into it slow. I went to the studio, did a song here, did a song there. And then before I knew it, it was just happening again. And then next thing you know, I'm writing the whole soundtrack that was, inspired by just my travels. And like I say, the film Legend Has It that was shot in South America. So when you hear that, you can hear all of my experiences. You can hear everything in there, the maturity, the maturation process, the travel, this you can hear everything in there. And so and I'm teaching, but not teaching in a way to where I'm teaching you certain things about the world and life and different cultures through my experience, but it's through my viewpoint. So yeah, once I realized that, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do, all of the things that I can do, I'm gonna do it. Now I just know how to pick and choose my spots because it's still, these things are still they're collaboration. So I learned from Love Affair just in doing so many things on that one project that it can burn you out. So
Mhm.
I know exactly what my strengths are, but I still know how to be able to bring in certain teammates and say, hey, all right, I'm going to do this. I need for you to do this. I need for you to do this. I'm a firm believer in everybody operating in their strengths. So it's
Right.
like I can act, I can direct, I can produce, I can write, I can rap, I can do all of these things, and I can do them at a very high clip. Now I'm finally in a position to where I know how to be able to merge it all together because that was the thing. Like you mentioned, at one point I was feeling like I either had to be a filmmaker or do music. I either had to write or direct. I had to act or direct. And now it's like you say, the and part of it. Um,
Hmm.
now I know how to, I've merged, I've learned how to be able to, all right, this is my lane. And once you find that lane, like your specific lane, you can go as fast as you want to in your lane because nobody else is in it.
Yeah.
Like your unique lane, and so
Right.
that's able to finally get to a space of, hey, well, I do music, I'm a filmmaker. You watch films and you see how much music is incorporated into the movies. So
Hmm.
it's like, okay, hold up. Also know that when filmmakers work on their music or work on their films, they get to a point where they're always looking for music to put
Right.
in the movies.
Right.
So, and understanding all this, that's how I'm able to, like with Born Again Baddie, I know we'll talk about that. I also did the theme song for it because so all of it works together. And even when you listen to the music that I have, the themes it's movie related, from main character energy to songs like Box Office, like all of these things are related. So I'm in a space where I can just merge everything, and now I can be in my space and show everybody exactly what it is I do. All right, well, I do my music videos. Well, guess who's directing the music video? I can direct the music video because I'm directing movies, so I know how visually I want
Right.
to go. So it just all works together, and
Yeah.
that's been one of the biggest blessings, man. Like just being able to finally be in a space to where it's not or and it's and. So thank you for that question.
Yeah, yeah. Stacy, hello to you over there on Facebook. And you mentioned Born Again Baddie, of course. Also, we have Evil for Evil. You just posted something about that on Facebook, and also the project is pronounced Nias, right? Nias,
Yes.
Nias. So, talk to us about that. What has that been like for you, Michael? Now to have, you know, these projects available on Amazon, for the world to be able to watch. What has it been like for you to watch yourself? I saw one video you had done on Facebook And I can't remember if it was a trailer for a project or you watching a project and watching yourself, and I could just see the pride that you had. What has it been like for you to see the hard work paying off and see the results of these projects?
It's different. Sometimes because I literally have to sit down and I work so much, and you're constantly, you're constantly working and working and working. So you rarely get a chance to just like kind of pull back and see exactly what it is that's going on a larger scale because I'm in it. So some of my close friends and team members, they like, this is the moment, like this is it, and, like, but enjoy this moment and sit back, and they're telling me to sit back and I can because I'm normally here, and they like, yeah, pull it back, and so you can focus on everything and see and appreciate all of the work that you put in, Michael, like everything that you're doing. So yeah, when I have those moments and I can sit down at home in my own home and put on the flat screen, and I can pull up the movies that I'm in, which also is a great thing from the standpoint of I love being able to do my own productions.
Yeah.
I can always cast myself in my own movie, right?
Right.
But I feel like it speaks to something else to where now other filmmakers are seeking me out, whether it's, hey, I want you to come audition, or they're just like, they don't even need me to audition. They just give me this role because they know that I'm good for this role.
Yeah.
So that speaks to another level of the acting part of it, because when I came into the industry, I came into the film industry as a writer and a director. That was my introduction to it. Like, I didn't come into the film industry with aspirations of being an actor. Like, that happened through, working on this project of, hey, can you come be in this film for me? And it kind of, they was like, hey, you're actually pretty good at this. And so I just kind of gradually started doing that. And then, so now to be in a situation to where, I'm here in Charlotte, and I'm nominated for the Queen City Nerve magazine. They have a Best of the Nest annual list that they do for the Best of Charlotte, and I'm nominated for Best Visual Artist and Best Actor. And then you have Queen City Awards, which is a big awards here in Charlotte, and I'm nominated for Best Actor. And so these are things that I should be finding out sometime next month. But so to be nominated and to be recognized as an actor and as an actor in productions that are not my own, so it's just like, that just speaks to another level of the work that I've put in to really be able to just master the craft and understand who I am and what I can actually bring to these characters and bring them to life. So it's been a blessing to see all of these things happening, and then to have multiple films all at the same time.
Right.
That's just, I'm still kind of blown away. People are like, hey man, how many movies are you actually in right now? Because every time I turn around, it's a different one that you're posting, and this clip and that clip, and it's like, yeah, well, I've been working, and then everything, just, you put in the work, man, and eventually everything will just start rising and reveal itself. I was watching a clip. Myron Golden said, everybody has their time. The difference is, when you have your time, you're either going to be revealed. If you're ready for it, you're going to be revealed. If you're not ready for it, you're going to be exposed. And so I like to think that I'm ready for this moment, and so everything now is just all of my gifts are being revealed to the whole rest of the world. So
Right. Stacey says he has an interesting story, motivating. Love how he's doing his own thing, and I think that's the whole thing. Taking control of your career, man. So many people are waiting on other people to discover them, waiting on other people to tell them it's okay for them to do X, Y, Z. And even from 8 years ago, Michael, when I first interviewed you with A Social Love Affair, which, thanks to social media, people can go back and watch that interview from 8 years ago and kind of and can see the journey you've been on in that time. You mentioned Born Again Baddie. I want to share for our audience joining us on the simulcast. That project, you all can be able to get it here on Prime. So talk to us about what it's been like for you to work with these talented cast members, whether we're talking about this project, Michael, we're talking about the project you recently posted about Evil for Evil. What has that been like for you to work with people who are equally as passionate about the craft as you are?
Man, that I keep saying the blessing, but some words just don't go out of style.
Mm-hmm.
It's really been something to be able to work with other people that are as passionate, that approach it with that same level of just really getting after it.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, really focused and locked in. I know what I'm gonna bring to the table on anything that I do, especially from an acting standpoint. It's something that I take very serious in the craft. So I approach it as such. So when you're working with other people that you see approach it the same way, that's when the magic happens. That's
Mm-hmm.
when you get into these scenes and you start to create things, and you create things that are not even necessarily on the script. From Born Again Baddie, I told a story of when August is the star of the movie. When we had our first scene together, we had never even met, so we had no rehearsal, we had no table read. This was us showing up in character. And when you see that scene that we're like, when you see like this is we're literally just meeting. So to be able to know that, and then when you watch the movie, it seems like it's just so well rehearsed and so well, and all of that was done just like there. But it's from, I knew what I was going to bring to it. She brought what she brought to it, and when you put that together, it happens on screen. And so from that to Evil for Evil, um, um, that project was special because it was I was cast. I was down in Atlanta, so I'm going down there for the audition, and just the process in us getting the two leads, us getting cast. We saw what it was in the audition, and then the rehearsal. It was like, yeah, this is gonna work, and
Mm-hmm.
that on screen, man. And so yeah, just being able to work with people that have that mindset of, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna make this happen, man. That's part of what I love, just the collaboration, and to see how fluid things can go, and the magic that can actually be created when you get into these spaces, when you have these different artists that are all at the top of their game, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, really.
I love that. I love that. And I love the fact, I appreciate you guys over there on YouTube. If you guys have any questions for Michael, make sure you guys put those in the chat there. And what's so great about this, Michael, again, is you're reminding people not only, of course, of what is possible for them, but also, of course, what you can do when you're focused. And that
Right.
goes back to how we kind of began. This isn't just something you're just out here just, I'm doing. You're really committing yourself to this, and I think that's what takes so much. So what should we be on the lookout for? We have these projects here on Prime Video for our audience to watch. You mentioned, of course, nominations for awards. What else are you excited about? You can tell us about.
Well, so at the top of the year, you mentioned the Social Love Affair, so we're actually doing a re-release of that to where
Oh
that's,
wow, okay.
yeah, it's evergreen, man. It's something that is still relevant. It's always going to be relevant as long as social media is in our lives.
Hmm.
So we'll be re-releasing that. We have the anniversary of that coming up at the top of the year, but now
Hmm.
it'll be on all of the major platforms. So I'll let you know when that's going to be, Prime Video, all of the platforms.
Hmm.
Uh, I said the foreign film that I shot out in Brazil and Colombia, Legend Has It. That's going to be, out next year, top of the year. So we're working on these different things and getting everything lined up, and just to keep the momentum going. I have a mini series that I have kind of tucked away that's going to be, specifically for social media. I'm not going to say too much about it right now because we're right in that stage of getting everything locked in,
Hmm.
but. I would say that's something that you can look forward to at the top of the year as well. It's just a great time, man, and I'm really just reveling in all of it, just knowing that, um, like you say, just in being focused and with the meditation and just everything, I get these downloads. God just sends me these downloads, man, and it's just like it comes and it just comes, and then the creativity, this idea, this for this script, this, and so the ideas for marketing, everything is just all flowing into one. And it's all because of, like you say, the focus, me focused on being a better man, my personal journey,
Hmm.
and all of it just kind of seeps out into everything else, man. So it's a lot going on, man. So we're gonna stay with it.
Love it. Again, everyone, Michael Foster has been our guest. Michael, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you, man?
Yes, the Michael Foster on Instagram, on TikTok, the Michael Foster EXP, as in short for experience, on YouTube. That's the Michael Foster EXP. My website is the michaelfosterexperience.com. So through those, you can, get to the other platforms as well. But, the main ones, TikTok, Instagram, the website, Facebook, all of those different ways. That's how you can get in contact with me. Watch some of the content, send me messages, all of that type of good stuff.
Love it. Love it. Well, Michael, congratulations to you, man. It's been great being able to follow you now for almost this past decade, and looking forward to what's coming up next.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. We thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents, both for our audience tuning in on Amazon, but also those joining us on the simulcast. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.